Do I like dirty bulking? Yes, I am a fan of dirty bulking. I don't care if you're in the gym for 3 hours a day. There can be someone who goes in the gym for 45 minutes. They will get more out of their workout than you did in your 3 hours just half-assing chasing a pump. So for me, one of my biggest mistakes that I made is do not make the same mistake that I made. Today is starting the day officially. I want to get more into calisthenics again, like I've been saying in past videos. So my main programming is going to be calisthenics based. Still going to have strength / hypertrophy based stuff in workouts, but I want to get stronger in the calisthenics department and get back to being really good at that stuff. So taking some pre today. I was kind of tossing it up between the Rise Sour Punch and the Nick Stella one, which is the owner's pre. This is not in stock. I hope he brings it back because this is honestly my favorite formula that we've ever done. On top of it, the flavor is amazing. So you get crazy formula with a crazy flavor. The only thing next to this in terms of formula is Noel's pre, the Pump Daddy, or the Godzilla, but those don't taste nearly as good as this one does. So I took this one, about half a scoop. If you want to get something that just tastes amazing and has a lot of good caffeine in it, this is your go-to. Code Alex, 15% off. But I hope Nick brings this back because this stuff tastes amazing. Probably my favorite flavor next to the sour green apple. You get 10 grams of L-citrulline in this, which is crazy. 10 grams is absolutely insane. And there's a bunch of other stuff. Delayed release caffeine, 300 milligrams caffeine in this whole thing in a full scoop. There's arginine nitrate, there's vasodrive, there's acetylcholine, PKTP, glutathione. Like there's just so much good stuff in this, so I love it. Time to go train chest and shoulders with some calisthenics.
I've been losing sleep, holding on to memories. Some things never change. It's hard enough for me to breathe. And I keep a picture of us in the pocket of my ripped jeans. I keep telling myself lies, close my eyes, I see you next to me. Oh, how you broke me. I knew that you were trouble from the first kiss. Oh, how you broke me. Should've known better, you were bad for me, bad for me. Oh, how you broke me. I knew that you were trouble from the first kiss. Oh, how you broke me. Should've known better, you were bad for me, bad for me.
Make sure you guys like the video. Comment down below right now just to show some support and love. It does help. It goes a long way. Today, we're gonna be going over my top 3 biggest fitness mistakes that I'm gonna tell you that I made so that you do not have to make them, because I probably would have an even more impressive physique to this day if I would have known these when I first started training. Given the whole era of like where the fitness industry is at today, with like TikTok, optimal training, all this stuff, there's so much free, readily available information at your fingertips. So much people can just like start training correctly off rip, which is extremely important because your newbie gains, you gain so much more muscle in your first 2 years of lifting than you will gain naturally throughout your whole career of working out. And that's just how it is. So for me, one of my biggest mistakes that I made is I was cutting too much during my first year of working out. Now, again, this depends on your type of like body composition and whatnot. If you are not like over 18 to 20% body fat, you can bulk. Like when you start lifting, you do not need to cut. For me, I didn't have like shredded abs yet when I was 16 when I started. I was still lean though. I was like skinny fat. I was like probably 15, 16% body fat. I didn't know what I was doing. I cut out
out all carbohydrates because I thought that carbs were bad, which is so stupid. They're not at all. And I ended up doing a stupid amount of cardio every single day. I was probably in like a 600 to 800 calorie deficit every single day for like such a long time when I first started, when I was 16. It was just so stupid, and like I did not get the most out of my doobie gains. Luckily, after like 6 months, I started getting into like actual weightlifting in the gym. I was doing so much calisthenics beforehand, and I started really kind of like utilizing the gym, lifting weights correctly, started eating more food, started bulking up a bit to where I got to like 190 pounds at my peak when I was 18 in high school. That was the biggest I ever was. I was eating a little bit too much at that point, 5,000 calories a day, which goes into my second point of being an absolute goober, was dirty bulking to the max. Do I like dirty bulking? Yes, I am a fan of dirty bulking because I love food. And for me, I hate tracking stuff. Bro, I would have protein shakes in the middle of the night, all this stuff, and I loved food. Chef Boyardee, Cheez-Its, bro, like chicken bakes from Costco, double lunches at school, freaking chicken nuggets, chicken sandwiches, cookies, bro. I went ham on everything. Now, if your goal is to stay like healthier and like leaner while still gaining muscle, don't dirty bulk. If you don't care about a little gaining more fat, dirty bulk, right? I probably got to like 18% body fat at my peak, which still isn't bad. I just have the genetics to where I don't get really, really fat. Now, again, this differs for everybody, but I personally do not recommend dirty bulking unless you're like me and you love eating food and you just don't care for counting. A lot of people like love the whole counting thing. So if you're able to count all your macros, weigh all your food, more power to you. You can probably lean bulk and still gain just as much muscle, if not more, than when I was dirty bulking. Because the issue is when you're dirty bulking, you gain a lot of excess fat. You have to be in a caloric deficit for a longer period of time, which could lead to losing more muscle mass potentially because you're cutting in a deficit for a longer period of time. When you lean bulk, it's easier to go switch into a cutting phase because your body's kind of more ready for it because you're not in a crazy surplus going from 5,000 calories a day like I was to 2,000 overnight. It's just not something your body enjoys doing. Your body likes maintaining homeostasis. There's also the thing where it's not really the best for your health. When you're eating that much food, it is not good for your digestive system to be handling all that, especially me when I was eating all that processed food. It is just not, it's not healthy. I didn't care. I was 18 in high school. I really did not care. So if you're like me, you don't care, you can go ahead and do it. But me as an influencer, I'm going to tell you not to do it because it's technically not the healthy way to go about bulking. You can gain just as much muscle in a 500 calorie surplus than you can in a 2,000 calorie surplus, in my opinion. The third thing is going to be training intensity. When I first started working out, bro, I did so much volume, it was not even funny. Volume and intensity is kind of like a scale. It's either you have a shit ton of volume, like you're doing 25 working sets per muscle, but your intensity is down here per those sets, or you have crazy intensity, but your working sets are like here at like a 5-6 working sets per muscle group. So I think giving the amount of time spent in the gym, the more one that leads to growth basically per set is going to be intensity, intense sets, meaning training to absolute failure with good form, actually with intent too, like stretching and squeezing the muscle that you were trying to target, not just throwing weight around like an idiot dumbass, like squeezing and contracting the muscle fibers as hard as you can optimally, going to failure with good form, doing partial reps, static holds, drop sets, all that's force reps, all those things. You only have to do 2 working sets is what I'll do. I'll pick 3 exercises. Usually when I want to have an intense workout, let's say for chest, I will pick 3 exercises, maybe an incline, maybe like a seated flat press, maybe a cable fly. I'll pick 3 movements, 2 working sets for each movement. Usually going in, I'll do like a pump set, like a blood set, where I'll just do 1 set going like 15 reps, not to failure to get blood in there. And then I do 2 balls to the wall, like crazy hard failure sets with good form, but with drop set and partials. And those 6 working sets would equal back when I was 16, 17, 18, when I first started working out, where I just did like bro split volume based training. I would do for chest 4 to 5, maybe sometimes 6 chest movements, 4 sets each, doing up to like 20 plus working sets. You know, I went to failure kinda, but as soon as I felt like it got hard, I would just stop. I would rest my 60 seconds and then I would go again. It wasn't that crazy intense. I wasn't crazy out of breath like I am when I do intense sets, but those 6 intense working sets would equal, in my opinion, if not be better than the 20 to 25 higher volume, low intensity sets. And for me, because you're in the gym for less amount of time, therefore it's more optimal. I don't care. Like people will flex like, oh, I'm in the gym for like 3 hours a day. Like I don't care if you're in the gym for 3 hours a day. There can be someone who goes in the gym for 45 minutes and they're training their ass off intensely, like some Dorian Yates style blood and guts. Like they will get more out of their workout than you did in your 3 hours just half-assing chasing a pump. And I know I used to have a different point of view of that. I used to be all about chasing a pump and all that stuff back when I first started lifting and giving fitness advice or whatever. And I completely changed my opinion on that. Again, I don't know everything. I don't claim to know everything. This might even change if there's some new scientific literature, whatever that comes out. But I love training intense now. I wish I wouldn't have done so many bro splits, high volume stuff, pump training growing up. I wish I did more intense workouts. So do not make the same mistake that I made. Those are the 3 tips. Code Alex, Young LA, Rise supplements. Check out my Inner Circle or my workout app if you guys want to support me. Love y'all. God bless. Till next time. Peace out.